Dear friends, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today I would like to give my opinion about the second book I finished reading under Ecovision 23 reading challenge. The book is Baudolino by Umberto Eco. Baudolino is an historical novel. It is happening in the events happening in this book is in 11th century. During 11th century, the Italy is ruled by an emperor called Frederick. He ruled the region for a long time, and during his time there were some crusades also happening. And this book deals with the history during that time, during the regime of Emperor Frederick. So we are looking the history. We are seeing the history through a fictional character named Baudolino. So Baudolino is a historical fictional character who lives in this real historical time and lives through it and witnesses it. And also Umberto Eco written this novel in such a way that Baudolino, the fictional character, affects the real history. That means the history we know might have happened due to the fictional character Baudolino also. Baudolino has some sayings in the history, during some events of the book, and the history as we know might have been like that because the influence of Baudolino. That is the first theme of this book, the history during the regime of Emperor Frederick. And the second theme of the novel is about Pester Jones. Pester Jones is a myth believed by Europeans during that time of Middle Ages, where they thought there is during east direction of Europe, where now India, Africa, all those countries are there. They thought there in that direction there is a fictional or there is a real kingdom of Pester Jones. And this Pester John is a Christian king with a huge army and very huge richness in his country. So they thought, even though this is a myth, they thought one day Pester John will come and redeem all of the European Christians. But this is a myth. But this myth has been converted to a fictional story in this novel. That means after Frederick's story, Frederick Emperor. The story of Emperor Frederick, the story of Emperor Frederick has been said. After that, Baudolino will go to a journey to find the kingdom of Pester Jones. So the journey is described, and so many events happened, and they reach some places where they see very unusual sightings. So this is the entire novel, and the entire novel is narrated by Baudolino, but he is narrating this story to a real historian called Nikitas. Nikitas is a Constantinople historian. Baudolino is explaining all his story to him. So this is how it has been narrated. So, but the point of the novel is that how much Baudolino is saying the truth. That is the real question in the narration, that we have to find out how much is the truth, how much he is making up. That's also a thing we have to be noted in this novel. So that is how the clever thing Umberto was doing with this, how he's actually mixing fiction with real historical events, and we as a reader have to find how much Baudolino is saying is truth, or how much he is making up. So the same thing, Baudolino is like a writer, like Umberto Eco, making fiction mixing with real events, and we have to find out. Nikitas is like a reader, like he has to think and search for the truth. So this is actually, I already read The Island of the Day Before, written by Umberto Eco. I like the Island of the Day Before the book Island of the Day Before more than this book, but this is also very interesting to read, because most of the books, because they are very big books, it is all about reading, pleasure of reading, because you are taking so much time with the character to go through the story. But one of the demerits, I would say, demerit of this book, when especially I am from not from Europe is the lack of knowledge about the historical background Umberto Eco was talking about. So Umberto Eco is talking about Europeans and Italian history. So the persons who are actually already aware of these things might already pick up what is truth, what is fiction, what is true, who are there, what is Umberto Eco is making up. It is easier to pick, I believe, because I was not able to pick. For me, if you say the entire novel including the Emperor Frederick is actually fictional, I have to believe, because I am not sure about the history of Italy. I am thinking the Emperor Frederick was a real person, and everything except Baudolino is a fictional character. That was my prior knowledge. That's why I said that. But if you say like, oh, this entire book is fictional, nothing is in this is real, then I have to believe you, because I am not familiar with the historical background. So that's what I want to say. That's the only problem with this book. But this book is a little bit difficult to read, but it is if you are reading it, you will go with the character. I mean, the people who read long books knows that it's a all long books are about pleasure of reading, because the author will make you go through the life of a character, through his thinking, through his activities, and also we will be very much go inside the character, and we will be grabbed by the book usually. So this is such a book. You can read it. This is the second book I finished. The other one, The Island of the Day Before is right now my one. I like that one better than this one, but this one is also a very good book. And this is what I want to say about the book. And thank you for listening to me. Thank you.